trying this for a second time. I don't know why I'm admitting it, because it's not like the VOD will ever know. What am I doing? Anyways. How's it going, everyone? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are, of course, doing an impromptu Let's Rank almost every SNES game. Part 30? Holy crap. Good God. Also, there's an ad break for anyone who's not subscribed, but that's alright. Not gonna worry. Lucky Hyena, thank you so much. Also, welcome, Lucky Hyena. Welcome, Burnmick. Welcome, My Hero Zero. My God. I had to do a little bit of a pivot today because my fingies are still kind of sore. So no Rocksmith today, because we did that big ol' live stream on Saturday where I played 2 hours worth of city pop music on my bass guitar over there, and still feeling a little bit. It should maybe be better by the end of the week, even sooner than that. So doing a bit of a swapperoonie, although I feel like it's been a while since I ranked some Super Nintendo games, and it's actually October, which means I can finally say it's Fightober, baby, because Fightember didn't quite work out. I'm just going to throw fight in front of every single month name until I actually can make it happen. So, like, today's the day. Why not? It's the first of the month. I had a bunch of stuff I needed to get going this morning as well, so I'm just like, what should I do? I was also thinking about, like, okay, I'd like to keep it still music themed. Yeah, Fightsember, Fightuary. That sounds weird. Fight Brewery. That also doesn't sound great. How do you even mix it? March. Just farch. That don't. Fight Miss sounds pretty good. Have a merry Fight Miss. And yeah, I could just, like, for all my, like, YouTube thumbnails, I can just, like, have, like, fighting game characters, but throw, like, you know, Santa beards on them, or like Christmas hats, and, you know, make Liu Kang look like an elf. I don't know. New Fights Eve. I mean, every day could be New Fights Eve if we wish it to be, right? If we wish. Anyways, welcome to... I also thought about playing a lot of rhythm games today, but I had some trouble with my PS1 capture, so stay tuned for what that may entail. We'll get around to that. I gotta do the promo really quick. So let's do that first before we get started. How's it going, VOD? VOD, you're looking great. I wouldn't know this is a VOD. I mean, hope you're doing well, VOD. How's it going? This, of course, will be archived up a here. Up a here. What is with my voice? I think I've maybe had too much coffee. I only had 1 cup. I'm just panicking because I was probably pivoting so much today. This show will be archived up here at youtube.com/@RJLee. Don't fight the VOD. People watch the VOD. It's a very nice audience. They're getting surprisingly more views than normal out of my Armored Core series, which you should go watch over here at youtube.com/@RJLee. I'm glad some people are enjoying that, I guess. Or maybe they just hate my takes on things, and that's fine too. That's where the archive. That's where our archive is. Of course, if you're watching us through the VOD, hi VOD, hello again. Good to see you. You look great. Why don't you join us over here at twitch.tv/RJLee? And of course, just as much as you follow, subscribe, and all that fun stuff that YouTubers love, come over here at Twitch, give me a follow as well, and you know, you'll get a notification and never miss it when a show goes live. Makes us all feel good. It's all free, so whatever, right? That's fine. But of course, if you do wish to support the show, keep this hellacious train running, you can, of course, pass me a Twitch sub for a couple bucks a month or whatever it might be, however long you like. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm fine with it. That, of course, contributes to the bonus streams, which is a double header of fine streaming events, one of which where I do the playlist LP, where I play a curated playlist of 1 to 2 hours worth of music for my fine audience, using my bass guitar over there. going through Rocksmith. Thanks to the wonderful Custom Forge community and the custom DLC songs I can pick up out of there. Shout out to them. Of course, on top of that, there's also the other half of that, which is doing a bonus games stream of sorts. That used to be the Pac-Man 2 thing, which I am now changing up so I can do Pac-Man 2 some other time, because I don't know how much of a full stream I'll get out of that. It's also like, it's a bit of a misery watch. I'm very aware of this, but people like seeing me suffer sometimes, so that's fine. But I think, you know, we'll shelf Pac-Man 2 aside, and I have a bunch of other creative ideas for what to do during those bonus streams. So please do join for that. We're currently at 59 out of 75, so I guess we were a little bit around 16, because I know how to do math. Yeah, 16 subs short for that. Thank you again for anyone who chooses to subscribe. But of course, you wish to just not worry about any of that business, I also very gladly will take a tip or a donation, which you can find in the link below in my Twitch profile, in my about cards, where there'll be a big ol' Kiryu face there saying click here to tip or donate if you wish. So thank you again for everyone who's obviously contributed to that as well. Of course, because this is the Let's Rank almost every SNES game, almost hard quotations, you can of course always suggest a Super Nintendo game, and I have to play it as soon as possible. Of course, you can do that for a $20 tip, or 8 gift subs, or 2,000 bits. Your choice. Of course, the most direct way, obviously, is to do a tip or a donation, but I'll take anything for that. Of course, I always accept Super Nintendo game recommendations. It's just a matter, I usually try to shelve your recommendation and then I kind of see where it fits. But in this case, if you do it with a big old nice donation like this, I will gladly play it as soon as possible, as long as I'm not playing someone else's game. And I'll do it for at least 30 minutes or so, but probably more than likely, as always, as evidenced by other requests I've taken in the past, I will almost certainly play it for a lot longer, just because I always find something interesting to say about it. And I also love it when, you know, the audience member is also in my chat, so I can discuss with them to see what they find interesting about that game and why they would choose it. As always, if you'd like to see the full list, which, boop, right there, come on, you can do the capture, come on, there we go. Boy, that's looking a little weird. Let's try it again. There we go. Of course, you can view the full list if you wish over here at tinyurl.com/SNES ranking. You can see the list for yourself, as every single game we've played so far, which is going all the way up to 134 with, of course, Pac-Man 2. The new adventures sitting on the bottom down here, just keeping it cool since part 3. Good lord. Go to tinyurl.com/SNES ranking, see that list for yourself. Of course, every single game has a handy little YouTube link beside it. It goes directly to the time-coded video archive up here at my YouTube channel. And you can view that list for yourself and view that game when I played it exactly. Of course, you can recommend any game you wish with these tips and donations, including old ones that I played, in case you really were like, I really need to see you play GQ Power Pro Wrestling 96 Max Voltage Japan. I really need to see you play that one again. I think you should re-rank it, because I think it deserves better. But of which I would note that just because you gave me some money, this science is still intact. I will not guarantee that this game will rank higher or lower. It could go either way. But sometimes things are worth reappraisal, which we have done actually with GQ Power Pro Wrestling 96. Ironically enough, it did go up a couple spots, actually. Interestingly enough. All right. Let's get back to business, shall we? After that business. It is indeed Fightober, friends. It's time to play some goddamn fighting video games. I almost swore there, but I'm like, it's too early in my thought. I need to be mindful of that. I don't even think that rule exists for YouTubers anymore. I think they generally abolished that, so it doesn't affect whatever your video algorithm business and your advertising, monetization, blah, blah, blah stuff. I don't know. Best be careful, right? Anyways, let's get down to business. I have a bunch of fighting games here, obviously. Let's take a look at this really quick, shall we? Got the big old handy wheel, right? Which we looked at last time. What we played what? Last time we played Dragon, the Bruce Lee story out of the wheel, which was, look, that was an experience for me. I did not expect to play that game for like 45 minutes or whatever it was, but yes, I see Burmick has spotted the Shaq Fu. There's a huge list in here, and this is not even all the fighting games. I just handpicked some of these. Obviously, I'm just like, that's interesting, that, you know, and like went down the list. There's 2 Yu Yu Hakusho games in there. Like, what? A lot of like Fatal Fury game, you name it, right? There's a whole lot of stuff. There's some spicy stuff in there, I guarantee you that. But before we do that, was Killer Instinct played? Burmick, it's funny that you say that, because before I embark on using the wheel, as much as I love the wheel, right? Fox says, I just remember last time you went to spin one of these, it never happened. So here's the other thing out of that. It's like, I think it was, oh my god, Fonk, what was that game? I don't remember. I was going to play it today. What the heck was it? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check. Because I remember I spun the wheel and I thought I did it like wrong or something on like the wrong browser. I didn't capture, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of donations. What? I'm sorry, Funk. No, I fulfilled all my donations, right? Right? You know, we did UN Squadron. We played Maru's Missing from Lucky Hyena, right? We did, you span a game. Spun. Then everyone rated. That. Give me. But you never got to the game you spun. Yes, I remember there was a game. So what I remember out of that was I spun the wheel and I mistakenly spun it using, I thought on a capture window that didn't work, but it did. But it wasn't for a donation, right? Like, I just want to make sure I got all my donations fulfilled, right? Fonk? Fonk says I don't even remember a fighting game. Okay, well, Fonk, we'll sort this. We'll sort this later. But I just want to confirm I've definitely fulfilled all my donations, right? Like I got Retro Chris's 2 games in. Oh, Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. What a game. I played that for a very long time. Surprisingly, I was mystified by that game. Not mystified, I would say astonished by that game. So that's good. But yes, I think you're right. There was indeed a fighting game that rolled that I didn't play because I thought something screwed up. Or maybe it wasn't even a fighting game. It might have just been just a regular game that showed up. But I don't remember what it was because I thought the capture on it for me capturing the window was screwed up, but it wasn't. I'm looking at my lists right now. Might have been an anime game on the fighter wheel? I would probably recognize it if that was the case. I'm pretty sure. You know what? If I find it, I'm going to look back at the last time I did this. I'll check the VODs. Yeah. But like, let's assume for now we're okay. All right. Let's assume for now. The only other thing that I remember, the only game we've actually played out of the wheel is Bruce Lee, the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which, yeah. But if someone knows out there, then yeah, like, you know, point it out to me. We'll We'll figure it out. That said, I think we're okay. So let's move forward. Okay, Funk? What was I even talking about? Burnmick says, was Killer Instinct played? Because a good while ago, when I was originally trying to get this FIGHTOBER thing started, I was like, we should play some Killer Instinct. And today, I say, we should play some Killer Instinct. Yeah, it was Bruce Lee! Thanks, Funk! God! Had me worried for all this. Jesus Christ. Let's move on. My brain can't handle this level of distraction this early. Don't get me started on food. Here we go. Let's go to the gameplay, shall we? Let's get this loaded up. Come on. There we go. Let's check the audio levels really quick. Oh gosh, who's trying to call me? No. Don't want your spam. I hear 0. I did mean to read it earlier. Yeah, jalapenos are spicy. I would not recommend using too many of them. Or, you know, get rid of the white pithy stuff, right? Alright. It's Killer Instinct, baby. 1994, if you include the arcade years. I think it was actually released in 1995, if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check that really quick. Oh, this music. This theme absolutely dominated my brain as a young teenager growing up with the Super Nintendo. Let's double check this really quick. Killer Instinct, 1994 in the arcades, and yes, 1995 on Super Nintendo, North America, and also in the EU. And Australia, it says here. Sure, why not? Gosh, and there's also a Game Boy version of this game, released just 1 month later. Ridiculous. Alright. It says, coming soon, Nintendo, Ultra 64. Oh gosh. I wish they had kept that system name called Ultra 64. That would have been incredible. This one that with Fart the Battletoad in? Excuse me, fuck? No. There's a Battletoads in the Killer Instinct that came out like for PC and like all the like modern day consoles. It's not named Fart, for God's sakes. Also featured on the Donkey Kong Country Nintendo Power VHS as an Easter egg. What? What? Y'all are talking crazy out here. Let me get this audio balanced. That's probably a bit better for audio. Did need to boost it a bit. Let's see how loud it gets in game, right? Obviously, this came out post Street Fighter 2, right? Which, you know, set the bar for Super Nintendo fighting games, obviously. Back in 1993, or 93 for Turbo and 92 for regular Street Fighter 2. I played a decent amount of this. I definitely am going to turn the difficulty down a bit to start, because I don't remember how to play this game. I may bring up a move list. We'll see how much I can remember. Weak punch, medium punch, Spherus, you know, 6-button fighter. Pretty standard stuff, if you ask me. These button combos, I almost always modify them very slightly. There we go. That's how I typically like to remember things. I'm going to leave easy combo reversals off, because I don't remember how to do them with it off, necessarily. Let's go with this. Fuck, they don't have names like Fart and Ass. It's Ration Pimple and Zits. Good lord. Come on. Let's get in the game. I was primarily a full gore player, but I could also do players like TJ Combo or Jago. Glacius is not bad. I remember all these characters being relatively viable. They're all pretty decent, but it's my first time in a while. Let's just go with what seems familiar. Look at these CG graphics. Good lord. I remember I have a dash attack of sorts. I remember, let's see, that's right. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. So it's like Hadoukens with a punch. It's got a projectile. I remember I also have like this weird laser eye as well. I also remember it being wild that like the health bars work in this game the way that they do, where it's like you basically have 2 life bars and the round ends when you lose one of them. But if you have health left over from winning a round, you only have that much health, right? So it's kind of weird. It's unique. That's right. That's a teleport. Got a dash attack with a charge back and forward. Or I do have a Hadouken or a Shoryuken of sorts, I think. Is that with a kick? I don't remember any of the finishers. I remember accidentally doing a really high combo, says Funk, and never being able to do it again, says says Burnmick. Here's the thing about the combos in this game, right? They're all like what you would call dial a combo, right? Which Mortal Kombat was also famous for, right? Where it's like, there are predetermined button combinations. It's not like Street Fighter where like I should say like modern day Street Fighter, where a lot of combos are specifically created out of canceling animation frames, right? This game has that to a degree, but a lot of the combos are preset button inputs, right? So if you read like a lot of old strategy guides or like tips and tricks kind of stuff for like Killer Instinct, you'll see a lot of like very specific, do these specific inputs in order, right? And obviously there is a timing element to that, or like when those executions should happen. But like, you know, there's no juggles in this game in a traditional way, right? It's like, here's what I understand out of the combo system as well. It's like, there's an opener, there's some middle, I don't know what they call them, but basically like you open a combo with a special move, you close a combo with a special move, and then in between that, you're putting in very specific button mashy kind of inputs. You can kind of mash your way through it because it's like there's a lot of like combos out there you can do. But generally speaking, the main thing you want is how you link together these openers and closers. And in some cases, you can have multiple openers and closers to start and end and restart many combos. So it's like, it's almost like you're finding a special move to start, doing a bunch of button inputs in the middle, doing another special move in the middle that may close the combo or keep it going. As to what those are, I don't remember. I would need to look at a guide. Funk says, it works on low, medium, high in a rock, paper, scissors manner. In this game, that's not true. You're thinking more of the newer Killer Instinct that does that, Funk. This game, I don't believe it has any system like that whatsoever. Like, there's combo breakers, which obviously combo breaker, or, you know, like an announcer voice that says this. There's only one move that does a combo breaker in this, right? There's also no special bar. There's no, you know, like... There's no way to have a super bar or anything like that, because there's no super moves, right? You just do the combo breaker at the right time to break the combo, basically, and that's it. There's no medium, high, low, or whatever, like, rock, paper, scissors mini system in this. It's much more pared down. Generally speaking, like, I'm doing some moves here that will cancel and stuff, but they're not actual combos. You can see, like, a lot of these are not counting as combos when I'm doing them. They're just landing because AI is being relatively easy on me. Hello, Ganj. How are you doing? Russ, I'm very confused by your character. How am I supposed to see your stone of power if it doesn't glow? Ganj, I hate to tell you, but I don't think Fulgore has a stone of power. Sorry to tell you this. I'm also sorry I informed you that while Fulgore has moves that glow, I don't believe he's a stone protector. I'm sorry. So this is a... Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good combo. I just, you know, mashed that out, obviously, right? Against this very... obviously, explicitly semi-racist trope. Does Fulgore even have a gun? No? I mean, Fulgore can do this, right? It's like, oh gosh, oh gosh. Please back up. He's got like a little lightning attack, right? He's got a lightning projectile. He's also got a... He's got a laser eye, which I don't remember how to do. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. God damn it. I just got ruined. Here's the airfly thing about this game. Oh wait, no, you can infinitely continue. It's like... I thought it was like limited continues. Let's try another character, shall we? Fulgore seems fine. Let's see if we can remember how to play Cinder, who's just a naked fireman. Like, I don't look. Why not, right? All I remember out of playing Cinder is he's got like, he can turn into like a giant fireball. I double tap forward, I think. In some cases that combos. Inferno! And he goes whoa, 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 when he gets hit, which is really hilarious to me. Oh my gosh. Weird. Weird. I don't really remember much else about Cinder, unfortunately. Getting my ass handed. Oh, Jesus. So, like, I'm trying to remember what his opener is, right? Dash? Nope. That's not bad. It's not the right stuff, but I'll take it. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Also, this game is incredibly hard. Like, even by most standards, I've done like maybe what, like 3 or 4 fights, and I'm already getting wasted. I'm not saying I'm great at this game, obviously, either, right? But like, this game is notoriously hard. And I don't know if it's because like it's just built really difficult. It's just an incredibly different fighting game compared to your Street Fighters, compared to your other kind of Street Fighter clones even, right? It really, very little of it plays any... I can't believe I remember how to do that. I couldn't remember even how to do a fireball even. That's right, he's got like half circle, I think, for that. I like how there's actually terrain changes too, how you can go like up and down. Just interesting. gosh. Got around at least. Remember how to do that uppercut. Trying to remember how to do the split kick. Oh my god. Is it a half circle back? Yeah, it is. Okay. Or no, just quarter circle back. Right, and you do that sword thing to launch him. God, please stop. Ugh. But yeah, this game is really different just because the combo system is really weird, right? Nothing else is quite like it. Nothing feels quite like this game either, like in terms of its... the way the dialogue combos work, I mean, like, the closest thing to it is like Mortal Kombat, right? Later Mortal Kombat. It's not early Mortal Kombat. Like, Mortal Kombat 3 specifically, where they actually started having explicit combo systems. But even then, like, the way those combos work in... oh gosh, oh my gosh. In those Mortal Kombat games is significantly different than this, right? Like, while they may be dialogue combos... oh gosh. The combos in Mortal Kombat don't rely on this opener and finisher kind of like special move system. It's much more just like, hey, just do this button combination. Whereas this game, it's like, do a special move, a specific set of special moves, then do this very specific button combination, then do another special move, right? But it also does have, like I said before, like some of the things that are hallmarks of the way, you know, combos work in Street Fighter games too. So it's like weirdly kind of playing both sides in a way, in a very unique way. Like, I can't do... oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I'm glad the AI is doing something that I can't. Jesus Christ. Well, that didn't go well for me. What was I even saying? It's kind of weirdly doing things that were taken from Street Fighter originally as a series, and also things that, you know, popularized by Mortal Kombat. Actually, let me double check. I need to see what the year of release on Mortal Kombat was. Let me actually use this. What year did Mortal Kombat 3 come out? 1995. Okay. So where'd my jazz music go? Oh, that would explain it. Not the right thing. There we go. That makes better sense. All right. Arcade 1995. Genesis, Super Nintendo, yeah, everything else in 95 as well. Later that year. One was 1991. That sounds right. My Hero Zero, I'm pretty sure that's right. Should be a timeline here somewhere. Hey, Ed Boon, how's it going? Yeah, 92. 92 for Mortal Kombat 1. And then 93 for the console, which, ugh. We'll get there someday, folks. Not today, but like Mortal Kombat 3 was the first one where I actually started having these combos and the run button, which I never got used to. I never liked the run button. 95 for this. So if Killer Instinct was 1 year before. That's interesting. So the combo system in this did precede Mortal Kombat 3. I wouldn't have guessed that. I thought Mortal Kombat 3 was later, personally speaking. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because yeah, it's like the combo system of Mortal Kombat 3 feels wildly different than Mortal Kombat 2, and Mortal Kombat 1 barely had combos in a way. Even then, they were like, they felt accidental, but not accidental good in the way that like Street Fighter 2 does, right? Just very different. But it was neat because like that game, like Mortal Kombat 2 has juggles and stuff, right? But it's very, very hard. Their execution is extremely difficult in those games. Whereas in this, they ease that up by having that dial a combo kind of feel to it. And again, Killer Instinct also has that too, but it can be mashed out in a way, right? With some characters. Some are easier than others for sure. But also like, obviously there's a lot of things that Killer Instinct took from Mortal Kombat 2 and probably 1 as well, right? Like the idea of fatalities, the idea of, you know, having different kinds of fatalities and whatnot. Like, you know, how Mortal Kombat had like friendship and whatnot as a way to like finish a fight. It's weird stuff. Weird stuff. Babalities. Yes, thank you, Berman. I think I remember I played TJ Combo. He's mostly a charge character. I think. I don't remember. Jesus, great. That worked. I'm just mashing this out. Like, I'm just taking some guesses. I'm like, yeah, I know he's a charge character or whatever, so just kind of work out of that, right? Oh my gosh. Gosh. Right, TJ Combo is like, his knee kind of goes at a different arc depending which strength I go. Jeez. Yeah! Also, look at this character. It's just someone over at Rare really liked Balrog and was like, let's just make that. Just make that, please. And then give him like the America flag on his shirt. It's like, okay, you got it. I remember. Let me see. Yeah, it's like I keep wanting to do like combos out of like a jump in and stuff like that, but like the game just doesn't work like that, right? So it's like it's super weird. Oh, great. Okay. Oh gosh. Ugh. If there's one thing I will give this game, it's like the character designs are... They're fine. They're nothing I would write home about necessarily, but they're memorable, right? Like, all these sound effects all these characters are making, like, I remember everything about them. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's like TJ Combo's mostly a charge character, but he's easy to just mash things out. Just getting them in lane is hard because I don't have like a projectile or anything like that, right? Let's try Glacius. Or actually, let's play Orchid. I remember having a lot of success with Orchid as well. Also, her proportions are ridiculous. Lucky Hyena, have you never seen this game before? Yes, Riptor. Riptor, the Raptor. What's the question here? Riptor the Raptor. Riptor Raptor, you know, like it's just nope. It's like sorry, please continue. Lucky Hyena out here giving into astonishment of Riptor the Raptor. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, come on. It's really weird having this game have this combo system where it's like combos just don't begin out of like a normal attack. Also, he just bopped me on the head with that sword. It's like I pretty much, you know, am starting a lot of my combos via this tiger move, which is charge back and then forward and a punch. Or I could do one out of the spin kick with if I charge back and then go with a kick. Which is weird because it's like... And that's kind of what I remember a lot about being weird about this game is... I'm not gonna call it like well balanced per se, but like a lot of modern day fighting games you think of, like obviously they're all, I don't want to say derivative. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's back that out. I don't want to say derivative, but there's a lot of tropes, right? There's a lot of tropes, but there's also a lot of, sorry, I was just pausing because I was trying to think for a moment. There's a lot of archetypes, right? Based on a lot of years of fighting games for understanding how general strategies work for some character, for a character's design, right? And what kind of utility they fill and the strategy for how to play them, right? Like very modern day, very much modern day video game or modern day fighting game design has a lot of that in the mindset. Back then, they didn't have that, right? They're still figuring this stuff out. So you get a lot of characters that have like for whatever reason, right? Like Orchid has like 2 moves that are like lunging in attacks, right? Like one that like goes low, like that tiger, which is interesting, can go under projectiles, but then also has like that spinning kick one, which effectively does the same thing, but can get hit by a fireball. So it's like, why would you do one or the other? It's not a lot of, I mean, other than getting different combos out of it by the end, like they're not thinking that hard about that kind of design, right? But then like Riptor here, who is also just a charge character, generally speaking. Like, have this dash in attack, right? Again, I don't know how to capitalize on any of it. But I also have like this lunging kick as well, right? So it's like, why have these 2 things? Like, right, this can go high if depending on the power of kick I choose, which is interesting. But it's like, it's not that interesting with all his attacks, right? So like, why do it this way? Right, and I have this. If I do a backwards Hadouken with a kick, like that's kind of also kind of the same thing. Like, I don't have a fireball, I don't think. Not that I can remember, at least. I was never good at Riptor, but yeah, just like the overall, as much as I love the way the aesthetics kind of are, like, you know, they don't look, I think My Hero Zero noted earlier, right? Like, this game doesn't look like it aged very well, per se, in terms of how it looks. Don't get me wrong. But, like, it still feels like I remember. Granted, I'm not good at this game anymore, but, like, for a while, I remember having a really great time with, like, this combo system and finding it interesting. So I try to remember Glacius's moves here. But visually, yeah, it looks ridiculous, right? I'm trying to remember how to do... remember how to do that. I don't remember how to do this fireball. Is it half circle? Yeah, that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Getting ripped up. What was that? Did y'all just see that? He just did a sweep kick through my fireball. What the frick? What? That was messed up. That was messed up, y'all. That was seriously messed up. No air blocks, I would note. Oh gosh. The hitboxes in this game do feel a little weird, which is also how I remember back in the day. We are super dead. I'm glad the AI can still do ultra combos when I can't. I got Evo'd. Someone using that Jago sweep tech, right? Gosh. Burmick says, it makes me want to go find an arcade video, see how it compares. Hold on to that thought, Burmick. That's what I'll say. Hold on to that thought. Would have been interesting to see it on Ultra if it hadn't been delayed. I mean, they did make KI 64, right? Like, Killer Instinct 2 is not a game I particularly have any fondness for. I never had it growing up, but it looked neat, right? It looked way better than this game, I'll tell you that much, generally speaking. It had a much, obviously, different design, but I'm just... Phoenix! Phoenix! Arizona. Phoenix! He is just sweeping under all my projectiles. Good grief. What is this Jago tech? That, like, the AI is doing, let alone. Like, repeatedly, too, right? Phoenix! What a jerk. Oh, gosh. Is it an upward charge with a kick? Is that what it is for my upper? Okay, it's backwards and a punch. Kind of? Ugh. Great. I'll take it. What's the Riptor meta? I don't know, my Zero. If you told me to tell you, like, what the tier list is for, like, Killer Instinct characters, I couldn't tell you. I don't even know if Riptor... I think Riptor was in the most recent Killer Instinct game. I know that much, but... It's also just a big dinosaur there, too, if I'm not mistaken. Cinder is a ridiculous character, which... What is that combo? I don't even know. Oh gosh. Oh right, he has a flip kick upper. I forgot about that. But like, the priority on these moves is ludicrous. I don't know how to like... Like, that's an upper, I get it, but... Like, sometimes a move hits and I've like no idea why that should have hit. It's like, we start talking about things like move priority. If you don't know what that is, that means like if you have two characters who are doing an attack, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily even the stronger button, like the fierce, medium, weak punch or jab in some games, what they call it, right? It's like some moves have greater hit priority over the other, meaning that like has a higher capability to hit if someone else is doing another attack. Like it'll be like a hidden value that like, hey, that kick that Cinder does has a greater hit priority than like a punch that Thunder is doing, right? Which is meant to like, you know, meant to dictate things like, hey, if you're doing like an anti-air attack, right? Like it will generally speaking have higher priority over a low jab or something, or a jump kick because it's meant to defend against it, right? Which is neat. My Zero is just joking, but it's, look, I still laugh at all this stuff. Who haven't I played yet? I haven't played Saberwolf yet. I think I haven't played Saberwolf and Spinal. Spinal. They made a character that's just a freaking skeleton with a sword and a shield. Look at these graphics! They look incredible, right? Spooky season. No, it's Fightober, not spooky season. I don't remember how to do any of Spinal moves. I'd say he's got that. Like a shield bash in here somewhere. It's not a charge character. I did a shield bash just a moment ago. I don't remember how I did it. I remember Spinal being actually really hard to play as. Really? But I remember people who were like really good at Spinal are really, really good at Spinal. Like he doesn't have an uppercut. I'm doing like Hadoukens and nothing's coming out. I don't know how I'm doing that. It's a half circle. I just did that shield thing. I don't know what that does. That might only be good against like projectiles, probably. Oh no, Cinder's invisible. I'm super dead. I am super dead against this invisible-assed Ken doll motherfucker. Oh shit! Well, I'm glad someone did a fatality. I don't remember what they call them in this game. I don't think they call them fatalities, obviously, but let's play Saberwolf. I remember somewhat how to play a little bit of Saberwolf at least, but he's mostly just a charge character. Ready. Oh gosh. Oh god. I like how my kick button is a bite. That's funny. You know, like, if you don't look at this too hard, I think it looks okay, right? Does it look great? No, absolutely not. But if you just blur your eyes a little bit, you know, like, did I just do a projectile? I think I did. Yeah, there we go. I didn't know Saberwolf had one. I couldn't have told you that. Oh gosh. Yeah. Cool. I'll take that combo. Also, let me get rid of this bot really quick. Ban that. Deny this. There we go. These graphics are definitely unintelligible in a way. Like, I'm not going to deny that, but you know, it probably matters too that, you know, looking at this from well, we're looking at this obviously like blown up real big, right? Like much like Donkey Kong Country, right? If you're looking this on a CRT television, right? It's not as sharp, right? It's a little bit blurry. Some of these pixels don't noticeably look as crisp, right? Like, it will have an effect, right? And like, gosh, come on, please just take a hit. Like when you look at a lot of these old games, like, yeah, a lot of that CG art that's like super blown up and stretched in real bad ways, it's gonna look rough, right? It looked rough back then, but we didn't know any better, right? You look at today, it has not aged well, don't get me wrong, but I think like as mishmashy as a lot of these character designs are from a design perspective, I think it's pretty half decent, right? Even though things like why is there a skeleton and a cyborg in the same game, right? Versus this TJ combo looking not Mike Tyson character, right? Like, it's a little mishmashy. But when you think about like when you think about it in the same way as, say, Overwatch, right? So why is my start button not working all of a sudden? What's going on? I'm gonna restart the game really quick. Hold on. Actually, how long have I been playing this for? About an hour? Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm gonna restart my Super Nintendo really quick, but let's come back to the full can. That music, though. That music is still really good. Even I'm impressed still how this sounds, you know? I just gotta hear that. I gotta hear that main riff. Or, sorry, not main riff. This is the main riff, but I gotta hear that noodly, verse. I think it's coming up. Yeah. Put this in Rocksmith. Good lord. Ugh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's... Someone did do it, Birdmick? I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Let me take a quick look. Let's turn jazz music back on. Where is it? Customs Forge. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. Killer Instinct. Is it the Super Nintendo theme, or is it... I mean, or it could be the arcade one? Or is it the remake? Actually, let's take a look at this. Copy this link. Oop. Start. Hopefully I don't get some kind of weird copyright thing for this. Should be okay. This is definitely the newer theme. This is like the remix version for the newer game. Yeah. Or is this the arcade? Or is this the arcade game? The original arcade game. I think this is... No, this is the Killer Cuts version. This is the Killer Cuts... Yeah, this is the original arcade version. Hell yes! Yeah, like if you go Killer Cuts, another deep cut. Killer Cuts, baby. Oh, geez, there's some grim shit. Killer Instinct. Let's not actually type that in there. Killer Cuts complete soundtrack. This cover art too is really good. I think it's this one. I think. Maybe not this one. What is the name of that track? The Instinct? There it is. Yeah, that's this. That's absolutely this, right? Boost that volume a little bit. Burmick, I know it's this Killer Cuts version because of those stingers right there that you just heard, right? I mean, that guitar, right? But this sound. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Gosh. Because, yeah, 2013 OST. The newer one, let's see. There it is. Sounds more like it's hopefully audio balance is okay. Yeah. This sounds much more of the era of the 2010s. I forgot that actually it's Mick Gordon that also worked on this, who obviously did the soundtrack for the newer Doom 2016 games as well, right? It's just grimy in the way that Mick Gordon makes all of their music, right? Just got to hear that main sting. Yeah. I still love the hell out of this, don't get me wrong, right? But it didn't have those like sharp stings for like breaking in before this main motif, right? Instead, it opted to do it with the guitar, which is cool too, don't get me wrong, right? But, you know, it's not... It's not that, right? It's just not. It's cool shit, man. That's cool. This game was all right. I mean, whatever. I'm riding a high off this music right now, which is impeccably part of its identity, right? It's good stuff. Also, there was a bass track to that CDLC. I'm going to download that right now and try not to forget about it next time I play Rocksmith. There's actually a bunch of new tracks, including yours, Burnmick, that I would like to check out sooner than later, for sure. Let's download that really quick. Shoutouts to Lake, Laik, like. Posted this in 2014, by the way. So, like, holy jeez, that's wild. Good stuff. Good stuff. What else is there to say about Killer Instinct? It's pretty dang neat. Oh my god. Hey, Marco. How's it going? Lurking? No worries. Marco, I missed your comment. I was doing video editing, obviously, for obviously all my YouTube archives, which you go up here, youtube.com/@RJLee, blah, blah, blah. I saw when I was playing Armored Core, you asked me if I had ever played Zone of Enders before, because obviously we're playing a lot of mech games, right? And I was like, I can't believe I missed that comment, but it was like, yeah, Zone of Enders. Zone of Enders is super cool. I've never played it, admittedly, okay? But when I saw that game in magazines, I was like, what is this? I would love to try to play some Zone of Enders some days, but obviously being another mech game that's got quite a bit to it, it's like I'll need to ease my way into that one for sure. But someday. Here's what I was going to ask you though, Marco. You ever heard of a game called Xenogears before? Xenogears came out originally on the PlayStation. It did have a number of sequels as well. Maybe well known today as the Xenoblade Chronicles, right? Oh, Gonch going off. It's like Xenogears. Just McDonald's. That game is Xenogears, obviously a PlayStation 1 classic, also by Square, if I'm not mistaken, or was it NX? Xenogears, 1998. Yes, it was indeed a Squaresoft product. Mechs and an RPG stuff. It didn't even get an ending. What? I know very little about Xenogears. I remember seeing the anime as heck cover and yada yada yada. I'm like, well, I want to see what this is all about. It's got mechs in it and it's anime. How can I go wrong? But I know nothing else about that game, or even Xenoblade, generally speaking. But maybe someday. Square forced the game to have a 2-year dev cycle. Good Lord, what are you doing, Square? I would love to look into more of the Xenogears and even Xenoblade series, personally speaking. But I know, obviously, it's quite the legacy behind that. Anyways, where was I? Killer Instinct, right? Got the list here. Let me go to my rundown sheet. Oops, didn't tap the mic there. Killer Instinct, 1995, North America. Xenoblade X, another mech game? What? Xenogears became Xenosaga, then became Xenoblade. Yes, I forgot about Xenosaga in the middle there somewhere. That was... console did Xenosaga come out? I'm so bad at getting distracted, y'all. What are y'all doing to me? Right, PS2. Yeah, PS2. Yes, and PlayStation 3. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Mariko. Mariko is deep in the Xeno series. Good lord, there was like 4 of these games? No, 3 of them. Xenosaga Episode 1, Episode 2, and Episode 3. God, these names! These names! How'd they get so German all of a sudden? Xenosaga Episode 1, Der Will zur Macht, which I don't know what that means. I could have just said a slur and I didn't even know it. Episode 2, Gensetz. No, I'm saying that like I'm reading Japanese. What am I doing? Gensetz von Gut und Böse. Used to get Game Informer? That explains a lot, Mariko. That's cool. Shoutouts to Game Informer. Good lord. No, shoutouts to MinMax. Shoutouts to MinMax doing the incredible work, right? Since Game Informer got shut down. Ugh, what a debacle that was, obviously. But, like, shoutouts to MinMax, who was obviously largely, you know, Game Informer alum, you could say, and more. Doing incredible work. Anyways. Glockenspiel. Hello, Dig Dug Daddy. First time chatter. It is a Glockenspiel is like a clock thing, isn't it? Killer Instinct! I swear to God, it's like people know I love to read the chat and people know that I don't know how to stay on task. It's a musical instrument? Okay. Now I have to type into Google what the hell a Glockenspiel looks like. I thought it was like another name for like the cuckoo clock thing. But no, Glockenspiel, it's a xylophone. Okay. Not a xylophone. It's surely different. You asked me what the difference is between a xylophone and a Glockenspiel. I have no clue, obviously. Killer Instinct! Where does it go on our list? 1995. North America. I think Killer Instinct is better than Pac-Man 2. Yeah, no shit. No shit. I think Killer Instinct is a really interesting video game. I do. Oops, that's too big. Let's keep it there. I'm going to say it's better than Cool Spot. A pretty bad video game, all told. Not even that interesting, for being honest. Not as interesting as, say, Jurassic Park, but Killer Instinct is better than this. The Super Nintendo version is surprisingly competent, right? Tic Tac Daddy, it's totally okay. I'm just putting on a bit. It's okay. I'm not putting on the bit that, you know, I have ADHD and I like very seriously ADHD, but I also do get very distracted. I don't just say I have ADHD because I get distracted. Long story short, Dig Dug Guy says, also German has the best psychological terms. Makes me think there's a word for that. If I spoke German, I'm sure I could speak better to probably that. That probably actually, it's funny, Dig Dug Daddy. That reminds me probably a lot of being Chinese. In Cantonese, and my family speaks Cantonese primarily. But if I'm speaking about Chinese languages as a whole, like a lot of it speaks in metaphor, right? So I use a lot of similes and a lot of metaphors to describe things. So it's like, ideally, I understand kind of in a way where it's like not psychological terms, but it's like like a lot of things kind of sound like a riddle when you are being very literal with the word and the translation of what it actually means, right? So it's like you almost have, it's like very weird, complicated language, obviously, in its own ways. But even on top of that, there's like a riddle, almost like a riddle-like feeling to a lot of, obviously a lot of things like slang and stuff, but even to like generalized terms for, you know, the same way you would like separate etymology of like English words to Latin and where they come from, right? But to even like another more heightened level. Anyways. Rogue says, it's true. I think the games reference lots of Jungian philosophy for deep themes. Yeah, like that's primarily what I remember out of like the Xeno series. It's like a lot of deep thematics in this way. But again, I'll look at it someday. Killer Instinct. I think it's better than Mario's Missing. I think it's better than Final Fight. I'm sorry to Final Fight. Killer Instinct is better. Where's another fighting game here I can compare it to? I mean, this game has fighting in it, but I'm sorry, Ganj, but I think Killer Instinct is better than Stone Protectors. That's what I'm really... Mariko, this is what we're really sorry at, unfortunately. For you fine folks, obviously. It's better than Stone Protectors. It is. No Angus. Hey, Antares, how's it going? We're doing well. God, it's like, boo. Boo hiss. Boo. No Stones of Power. No. The power of Fulgor's eye glows. He does like an eye laser. He even has like a fatality that does it. I didn't look it up, but I've seen it. It's better. I'm sorry. You know, the inputs for the special moves in Killer Instinct is a lot better than Stone Protectors. You know, the spinal go, woo, twist that when you do a special move. Like, no. But at least, you know, other special moves for a lot of the characters, they come out when you actually do the movement. So, Stone Protectors, questionably so. With only a couple characters, can I really make a lot of those inputs work, right? Wow, second place world record holder of Stone Protector says, get fucked, Stone Protector. I don't think it's second place. Was it second place? Even I don't remember. What is my actual record on that thing for the true ending, right? Oh, it is second place. How about that? I can't believe I did that. I would love to do some... I don't know if I would do Stone Protectors again, necessarily. I would like to do something like that again. I've been trying to think of other games. No, not Super Godzilla of My Hero Zero, before you ask. No. No way. Find a fighting game in this list. I think Killer Instinct is better than Taekwondo. The video game. Taekwondo, the art, pretty cool. But, you know. Taras asks, do I like Super Castlevania 4? Well, my friend. If I told you, I think Super Castlevania is one of the top 28 video games of all time. on the Super Nintendo. It's pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good. Is it better than Killer Instinct? I almost said no. But let's do the science. Let's do science. Oh, Burmick says yes? Oh. Ow. I also just remembered, I forgot before I start doing all this ranking, I was going to run a poll. Because I know people got channel points and you got to figure out a way to use them. I was going to like start a poll, be like, where do you think the game is going to rank? And then like divide it up into like threes or thirds, I guess you could say. And then people could vote to see if it like be in the top, middle, or like the bottom third, basically. Or I could separate by quarters. I don't remember what the limit is on poll questions, but we'll do that for the next couple games. Yeah, I know. Like the points are building up. The points economy is effed up too. Like I think things only cost like 100 or something like that. So it's like, how do I get people to use them up, right? Is Killer Instinct better than Taekwondo? Yes, it is. Is it better than Prince of Persia? I really like this version, but I think it's better. Is it better than Sim City? Ooh. It's a really good version of Sim City, right? Really solid. What don't I think? I'm going to mark that for sure. What don't I think Killer Instinct is better than? I don't think Killer Instinct is better than Street Fighter Alpha 2. Therefore, Antares, I don't think it's better than Super Castlevania 4 either. Birdmick was right. That's a Birdmick, baby. Birdmick was right. Good job, Birdmick. I don't think Killer Instinct is better than Secret of Mana. Mana, if you prefer. I don't think it's better than a Harvest Moon either. I don't think Killer Instinct is better than Contra 3. It's better than Aladdin, maybe? So we're looking at this now, right? Possibly. No, I think Killer Instinct is better than Yoshi's Cookie, so this is still valid. I don't think it's better than NBA Jam, which is funny. A game that's very much of the ilk in the arcade, right? I'm sorry, My Hero Zero. Killer Instinct is a better video game than Yoshi's Cookie. I love Yoshi's Cookie. There's a soul to Yoshi's Cookie, but it's very quaint, unfortunately, right? The site speaks for itself. Sorry to dull focus, but I think Killer Instinct is a better game than Stunt Race FX. Truly sorry to True Lies, obviously, right? Those Uncle Furries, I'm sorry, you're not as good as Killer Instinct. Another one that looked better in arcades, MBG. Yes. Absolutely correct. Burnmick. Yeah, shout out to Slapheads. My favorite bar to watch NHL games at, right? I think Killer Instinct is better than these Parodius games. I do. I think it's better than Poppin' Twinbee as well. As much as I love those Parodius games and for obviously what they accomplish in terms of humor is incredible, but it's still a Gradius game, right? There are limits on that. I think Killer Instinct is not as good as Ogre Battle. I will even go as far to say it is better than Disney's Aladdin. It is. And I think it's better than Zen Nihon GT. So, congratulations to Killer Instinct. Top 40 video game. That's pretty goddamn solid. Part 30. I think that's right. I think that's right. I was debating this for a little while, but I'm just like, I know I have a particular relationship to this game for obvious reasons, which we've covered in the past, and I will not relitigate. It is indeed better than the Sega Genesis version of Disney's Aladdin, which is a very different video game. It is. I've proved it. It must be true. I have the microphone here, friends. But I think just below Ogre Battle is the right place to put it. Ogre Battle is an incredible RPG doing something completely new that I cannot disregard. It is impenetrable. Killer Instinct would be a better game if it was a little more refined, in my opinion, right? Like, it's just not quite there. I think the designs are really good, even as aged as obviously as it looks these days. But the fighting systems and the technical details of how this fighting game operates is very up in the air, per se, right? It's got ideas, incredible ideas, right? That I think didn't get refined until the 2013, right? 2013? Did I read that correctly? Yes, the 2013 release remaking of Killer Instinct. I don't remember how Killer Instinct 2 plays. I think I might have played it once in an arcade or something, but I don't remember what it looked like. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Burmick, before you had asked, I wonder how this looks in the arcade. I'd love to do a comparison. And I was like, my friend, what if I told you we can do exactly that? Wait a minute. No, we can't. I thought I could. But I don't have it here and I don't have it set up. I thought it was in the thing that I use. And it absolutely is not. Crap. Well, that's fine. Maybe another time. We'll do that another time. That's unfortunate. I was actually really hoping I'd look at that today. And I made a gross misconception on what was in here. That's too bad. Well. Burmick, let's just say Nintendo's suing a lot of people right now, so I'm not going to say anything further. Okay. But thank you. But yeah. Very curious. I mean, I could pull up a YouTube video, but, Here's what I remember out of the original KI. It looks pretty dang sharp. I'll just pull a video. Why not? That's fine. That's acceptable given the circumstances, because who knows when the next time I'm going to talk about Killer Instinct, right? Here's what I remember is the sprites looking massive. Okay. Let's turn off the jazz.
Available for your home in 1995, only on Nintendo Ultra 64.
hope this video quality is okay. It would have been of the era, right? I'm gonna look to see if there's another video I can use. Or something that's newer, because that was 12 years ago. That was definitely captured at a time, right? That was 2 years ago. That's 9 years ago. 3 years. Wow, Killer Inks. Oh, that's a new Killer Instinct. This is a year ago. Let's look at this video by Retro Fighters. This looks sharper. They may also be using filters on this. This looks filtered. I'm not gonna look at that. 9 years ago. Yeah, whatever. Let's get this one. They have like scan lines on there, but that's okay. Yeah, like you could actually see the 3D modeling in these sprites at the very least, right? So it doesn't look as rough per se. Yeah! That's TJ Combo still makes me laugh today. Hilarious. Yeah. Grim. This doesn't look bad. I know it's got the CRT stuff on top, but it's like, you know, I don't mind a little bit of CRT stuff. As long as it's tasteful, right? Maybe let's look at this guy's video.
One of my favorite beat 'em up games.
They don't have any direct footage, but that's okay. And it's only 720p, but you know, this looks okay, right? This does not look bad, in my opinion. I think this game looked really good in the arcades, in my opinion. And it was loud as hell, too, right? And, like, the animation frames are pretty half-decent, all told, right? Like, the way it combined a lot of the animation frames made it look really smooth. Like, you know, this is running at 60 frames per second, obviously, right? Obviously, in the Super Nintendo version, like, they can only really allow so many frames of animation, right? So it just won't be the same. Even if these are technically pre-rendered, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. But even then, it's like, that being said, even with the Super Nintendo version, right? I remember that being a really good facsimile of the arcade version, even if it doesn't look quite the same. And in fact, like, I would even say the Super Nintendo version felt like a different product in a way, but not in a bad way, right? It wasn't trying to be arcade perfect because it just couldn't do it. But also by that understanding, like, I think what Killer Instinct does at home, right, was try to really bring a different kind of fighting game home, right? That was different than what was being made at the time, right? Like, obviously, Mortal Kombat exploded and was huge, right? But, like, you know, Nintendo and Rare partnering up to do this third thing was really cool at the time, I think. You know, that wasn't Street Fighter, and not just a Street Fighter clone either, so. Neat stuff. I wish I could have a way of actually playing that right now, but maybe another time. Alright, let's move on. Here. That just in case. Close this, close that. Let's bring out the wheel, shall we? Y'all like wheels? I love spinning this goddamn wheel. Where's wheel? Got a whole lot of stuff on here. Let's take a quick look again. Art of Fighting. Interesting Neo Geo stuff. World Heroes. Fatal Fury, King of the Monsters. Battle Blaze. A unique North American fighting game, I guess we'll call it. Mixed with a lot of Japanese stuff. Seifuku Densetsu Pretty Fighter. Not a great fighting game. But Makaruna Makendo to Kimero Yokai Soridaijin. Pretty dang good, actually. A sequel to Kendo Rage. Super Variable Fighter or Variable Geo. Originally on the PC Engine, I think. PC CD, maybe? Let's just say it's got some corn elements. But this version that was made for the Super Nintendo ripped all that out and is safe for work. Let's put it that way. But also, surprisingly, that game may surprise you with what it does and how it works. Some Ranma games. Power Instinct and Power Moves. I don't remember what Power Instinct is. Actually, I think I do. But what if I told you, a lot of people here know what Power Moves is, if you're a GiantBomb.com fan? What if I told you they made a sequel? Oh, that's what this is. They made a sequel to Power Moves, and they called it Power Instinct. And a whole bunch of other stuff, including a little bit of Ultraman, another Ultraman fighting game. I don't know. And of course, Shaq Fu. Oops, didn't mean to change that. There's gonna be a whole lot of stuff. Let's spin the goddamn wheel. Got a 30-second spin on it. What are we gonna land on today, friends? Love that Vivaldi. Love it. Oh my gosh, no. Thank God. Get past that Shaq Fu. No thank you. Wow, Art of Fighting? Is it time for Art of Fighting? I think it's time for Art of Fighting. Art of Fighting 2 even. Okay. I think that's it. Art of Fighting 2 / Ryuuko no Ken 2. So glad he agreed to the chef's table. Thanks, Frederick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, My Hero Zero. I'm sorry. No King of Monsters. Not King of Fighters. There's no King of Fighters on Super Nintendo, unfortunately. But the closest we'll get is Art of Fighting 2, Ryuuko no Ken 2. It's the Japanese name for it. Let's bring that up, shall we? Let's turn that music back on until I figure this out. This game, released in Japan only. Under R. I don't remember if I have a translation patch for this game or not. I might. Okay, let's pause that there. Let's come back to the video capture. There we go. Made by Saurus. I don't know what that means. Oh no! Who's this? Oh no! That's our dad? I think? These are bad guys, I think. Okay, so this girl got obviously captured for some reason. She's probably our friend of sorts. There's the title. Sure. Reprogrammed by Saurus in 1994. reprogrammed. That's funny. Also got Dolby Surround. Great, sure, why not? I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for this. Let me just go over this really quick. Also, this sounds very loud. Hold on. This music is all right. I think that should sound better for folks at home. Let's say about there for now. Mr. Karate. Y'all know Mr. Karate? Very popular character in the King of Fighters series. Of course, this is made by SNK, makers of the Neo Geo system. I see, so this was republished by Saurus for the Super Famicom. Again, only released in Japan. Art of Fighting, you could say originally a Street Fighter clone of sorts, although it did have quite a bit different to it. Featuring a Ryo, not Ryu, a Ryo Sakazaki. He has a last name even. And his friend here, who we're seeing, oh gosh, what's his name? I saw it there for a second. Robert Garcia, who was the man of the cropped leather vest and the ponytail. You know, everyone's heard of Ryo and his really good friend Robert. So why not? Friend of sorts? Look, I'm not going to presume, you know. I'll read this plot. The game's story is set a year after the original in 1979. No, the game didn't come out in 1979. It's just the plot was. So this takes place in the 80s. In the cliffhanger of Art of Fighting, Yuri Sakazaki stops Ryo Sakazaki from attacking his masked father, Mr. Karate, working for the mafia criminal Geese Howard. Geese Howard is in this game, of course. Known bad guy of, I think, Slums Town or something like that. No, Southtown, which also obviously is where Fatal Fury takes place. There's connected lore here, right? After knowing they were manipulated by Geese in the first game, the Sakazakis swear revenge against Geese. A rising star in Southtown's criminal underground summons all 12 fighters from both veterans and newcomers to the city for a martial arts tournament, the King of Fighters. But this game is not called King of Fighters, notably speaking. The Sakazakis, Robert Garcia, among others, join the tournament. There's also a bad guy in here named Mr. Big. He's big, and he's got sticks. That's all I know about Mr. Big. And he looks kind of cool, actually. There's a whole bunch more lore. The King of Fighters series, well known for having an incredible amount of lore. Also, my controller powered off because I was talking for too long. So give me one moment. I'm just going to actually close this and just reopen really quick. Start this up, shall we? Options. We'll leave that there. Let's go to 99 seconds, because 60 seems really short. It's got a punch, low punch, kick, and low kick. Throw button, and incitement. Here's what I know. Incitement is like a taunt. We'll see in the game. No tournament, no nothing. Just one player versus calm. That's a fun sound. So I got Ryo here, a blonde hair, kind of ish. I think he's like brown hair, but there's Robert. There's King. Remember Temjin with a very, well, Chinese stereotypes, I guess. Kisaragi, who is, I want to say, related to another well-known Fatal Fury character. That's just John. Big, Mr. Big, please. Respect on the name. Mickey. Jack. Lee. And Takuma, who is your dad, or Ryo's dad. And of course, Yuri as well. King is incredible character. I'm not going to play as her today for now. We'll see. We'll get around to it. I'm going to just play as Ryo for now. Oh, I chose... I guess I'm purple because I hit that button. Also, it's like... Sure, let's fight against Robert, I guess. Why not? Much like other King of Fighters games in the future. Some fun dialogue between the two. Also, look how close they start. Gosh, no sounds on these punches or kicks, huh? Okay. So, you will notice I have 2 bars on pause, obviously. That's why it kind of darkened. There's 2 bars up top, right? Yellow one's your life bar. The green one is your special move bar, okay? So, you can't just do infinite numbers of special moves in this game. And it was like this in the last Art of Fighting game as well. Where it's like, you know, using that Hadoken that I use there, or Gadoken in this game, if you prefer. It does use up that bar, as does a lot of my other special moves that... Let's see if I can pull out any others. Oh, Jesus! That hurt. Oh, gosh. Nope. I can use Incitement. As you see there, it's like a taunt, right? I actually got rid of Robert's special move bar there. So, like, the longer you taunt someone for, the more you can remove their special bar meter. There is a way to regain your special bar meter over time, I think. It just slowly regenerates, but I think it also regenerates if you... Oh, that's right. If you get hit, you get some back. I think it's also if you, like... I think if you taunt back, you get some back as well. So, I think... Let's double check. I lost. This game is also incredibly hard. Do I know how to play it very well? No. But, you know. I'd also say this game feels not incredible. It's very stilted feeling. I'll say the inputs are very hard to make things come out. But it does have some modern concessions that Street Fighter games of the time did not have, okay? Oh gosh. Like, it had back dashes, it had forward dashes. I could double tap forward and back and do attacks even out of them, which is kind of cool. Oh jeez, we just lost again. Goddamn, Robert. I should turn the difficulty down. Lacking a lot of music here. So here's the other thing too about this game. I'm gonna reset, actually. This game got pared down a lot for this to happen on the Super Nintendo, okay? Could it have done more? I think it could have added a lot more, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that were, like, cut for this game. Like, notably, like, not even, like, a sound effect when you're, like, circling the character select. Right? Let's try King. Like, it feels cheap, right? The art is pretty half decent, in my opinion. I think the music in this sounds great. But, like, that's kind of it, in my opinion. See if I can remember how to do King's kick fireball here. Oh, gosh. I've not played as King in a very long time. Is it half circle? She's just got a lot of kicks, but nothing is happening. Is she a charge character? I don't think she is. Man, we got blown up. I'd also note, like, the action in this game does not feel incredible, right? I would even arguably say, like, this is just... Oh, there we go. Oh, gosh. Okay, so that's a charge down and up. Could maybe consider that to be an upper. Also, I'm doing no damage on Ryo here. What's going on? I guess he's blocking. Okay, let's... Come on, just make any moves come out. Okay, got a slide kick. Everything feels incredibly stiff, like there's either like too many frames or not. Or here's where the big disconnect I have with like a lot of fighting games, right? Where it's like you'll do a move and there's just not enough animation frames on the moves when you do them, but they still have like a long cooldown before you can press again, so you can't just like spam the button, right? Like, let me do this punch again. Like, doing this punch, I can see maybe, what, 3 frames of animation on it? Maybe 4, right? That Hadouken had maybe a few more on it, right? But, like, these moves don't feel good when they come out because there's too long of an animation. So it's like, you mix in the fact that there's very few frames and also a very long amount of time on a move. Like, that's why I hate Weapon Lord as much as I do, right? Because there's so few frames of animation, but like extremely long periods of time before anything happens after you've pressed the button, right? Sometimes a game can get by on that with good-looking character sprites or like interesting combinations like Street Fighter 2, right? Like, there are moves here. I'm obviously doing some of them, right? Which, you know, Robert is mostly a, you know, fireball character and stuff, right? In terms of most of these moves. But they don't feel good to come out. Also, it's just recharging all that. I don't know how he did that. Also, like, having a limited number of, like, special moves makes it, like... Like, if I can't throw a fireball anymore, okay, then what am I left with, right? It's like, one, I have to charge. I get that. But then it's like, if the base mechanics of fighting aren't good, I don't want to do them either, right? Like, these punches and kicks don't feel good to do, obviously. Like, you can't cancel anything into another, right? Like, you kind of just button mash your way through it and hope for the best. It's like a severe lack of technicality to the fighting, right? And like, I've never played Art of Fighting 2 on a Neo Geo hardware, so I don't know what that feels like. But I played Art of Fighting 1, and I've definitely, even for the Super Nintendo, Art of Fighting 1 feels better than this. And like, this game doesn't look like it should be technically complicated to do. It looks... What year did this come out in? Was it 95? No, 94. Right? 94. Like, a year after Street Fighter, no, sorry, 2 years after Street Fighter 2 came out, Neo Geo could have been doing a lot better than this, right? But it needed a lot more time to figure out, obviously, but I can't even do that uppercut. Do that fireball, but Neo Geo games generally have a reputation for being really strict with its like inputs, right? And by that I mean like it's just really hard to do special moves because it's not very forgiving. So I guess I want to fight, so that's something. Look at these muscle dudes in the background though. Crap. Oh, there we go. I did an uppercut. I have no idea how I did it, but this music is going for it though, right? Shit. Also, it's funny because like that fireball didn't really do all that much damage. But it's kind of funny because in the Art of Fighting 1, which this is of course, is a, you know, sequel to, the special moves in that game felt extremely special. Like, if you landed every special move that you could do in Art of Fighting 1 felt like an event, because if you would land it, it did like half your life bars worth of damage. It could do huge damage to a lot of characters using your special moves. But again, like they were limited, right? So it's almost you had to like pick and choose when you would throw them, right? Whereas in this game, it's like very willy-nilly, right? And the payoff is so low, it kind of doesn't matter as much as a result. But it also still limits them using this, like, you know, like that bar. So it's like at that point, what are you left with? Because, like, again, the rest of this combat does not feel incredible. It feels quite awful, all told. Again, I'm hoping maybe it's just this version, right? Ugh. That's enough of that. It's like, it's the only mode in this game too, right? Like, you know, it's got a 2-player mode, but that's it. That is literally it. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's come back here. Gosh, I'd never played this before. I was expecting so much more because I remember like seeing screenshots of the art for like the arcade version. I'm like, that looks incredible. That looks great. I have okay memories from Art of Fighting 1 for a very early, you know, early fighting game that came out in like 92, right? Like Art of Fighting originally came out there same year as, you know, as a contemporary to Street Fighter 2 in a lot of ways, right? This one just not doing it. Not doing it at all. As much as I like those designs, like I know My Hero Zero, you're saying like great vibes on King. It's like, yeah, like, yeah, whatever. Ryo is a copycat of Ryu, right? Or Ryu, prefer to say. But like Robert Garcia, it like something about the fact that all these characters have like normal first names, kind of. Not a lot, not all of them, but Mr. Big, you know, but like just doing there, just named Jack, right? Terry Bogard. His name is Terry, right? Why not? This game, however, not incredible. So where does it go on our list? Now, this much, definitely worse than Street Fighter 2, right? I would hypothetically even say far worse than Killer Instinct, right? It's our new number 40, right? This game is absolutely worse than SimCity. This game is worse than Taekwondo. I'm just going to keep scrolling. This game is worse than Shoiniki. That game was funny as hell, right? This is worse than Best of Best, which is kind of a fighting game. Kickboxing, right? This game is worse than Mutant Fighter. But is it worse than Ultraman? Ooh. Ooh. I feel like this is a really... If I say yes, it is worse. This is a really big deal. This puts into like a whole new category, right? It's worse. It's worse. The music is good. But it feels awful. I mean, so does Ultraman, right? But again, Ultraman has redeeming features. As much as I hate playing it. I never want to play this copy of Art of Fighting 2 ever again. It is that bad. It is surprisingly bad. Like, disappointing. Let me double check something really quick. Let's look at this, shall we? Let me come back here really quick. Just give me one quick moment. There we go. Oh shoot, I have to do the thing. Hold on. That should be good. I'm not gonna touch anything.
Don't do it, brother. That man is our...
There's voice acting. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. Look at this. This is, of course, the Neo Geo MVS original arcade release of Art of Fighting 2. Look how big these sprites are. Oh, that's weirdly stretched. This was indeed released in America. Let's look how big these frickin' sprites are. Look at this. It zooms in and out too, which is neat, right? Which a lot of Neo Geo games did, or Neo Geo fighting games. Also, there's like damage on Ryo's face there from getting punched and kicked in the head. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked here, but weak punch, tap the A button. Weak kicks, tap the B button. Strong punches. Strong kicks. How's it going, Panthera? Good to see you. Feels a lot smoother to look at. Also, hi. Yeah, no worries. If you got a lurk, AFK, it's all good. I'm just glad you're here. C button, body slam. It's got this rotating character select as well, which is funny. It's not a time limit, so let's Let's choose Rio. Horse! Again, we can choose who we fight against, which is funny. I'll choose Robert. Is this you bought a new car again? Whoa! Hey, you can't understand the coolest of a car like this. It's a Ferrari. I mean, I get it. Sure. This feels already so much better. I don't know how to do a lot of these special moves. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh. Ora, ora! Gosh. Even the fact though, oh gosh, I almost threw a fireball, but then he canceled me out of it. There we go. Get rid of your special bar. Okay. Oh, come on. You know. Oh, jeez. We're gonna lose. We're absolutely gonna lose. Ah! You know, even if I don't think... the fighting in this still feels fairly stilted, I'm not gonna lie. Right? But like, oh, I just had a wall jump? That's fun. Oh no! Shit. Ah, I'm like getting canceled out of my special moves a lot because again, it's like it's not that kind of game where like you're meant to combo together a lot of special moves, right? Whoa, our top just blew up. Our guy blew up our shirt because he kicked us so hard. Also, look at this face. Hadouken! That's, yeah, I know. I'm just doing that and I got canceled every time I tried to do it. Let's try Robert. Oh god, Robert versus Robert.
Round one. Fight!
God.
Bring it on, clown.
Oh my god. These sound effects sound great though, right? Like... Ugh. Great, I don't have any more special bars, so I can't use this.
Bring it on, clown.
Just cancel out on my throw. What the heck? Man. Ugh. Oh no, oh no. Oh no! Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Round two. Fight!
Oh, come on, I blocked. Man. Jesus. There we go, landed one. Oh, come on! Anyways. That's Art of Fighting 2. I think it's super neat. Even if I don't think it's very good, per se. That game looks so much better. It felt pretty stilted still. Not as stilted because there's obviously, again, more frames of animation, right? So it actually feels like you're doing something still. As opposed to the Super Nintendo version. But like... It's really hard to see what's good about this Super Nintendo version. It's just missing... It's not a good game to begin with, but it's also missing a lot of the charm of the arcade, right? Which I don't want to judge too harshly. You can only do so much at the home port. But I would definitely say this game is worse than Ultra Man. Even though I think the music is okay. I would say this belongs just below boxing Legends of the Ring. I think that's a fair place to put it. Congratulations, Art of Fighting 2. You're rough. Rough. Also, I didn't even get into a thing where it's like if you play as King, right? Or even Yuri, and like you get hit and your like shirt blows up. It's kind of effed up. You shouldn't really do that in your video games. I mean, I don't want to kink shame, blah blah blah, but it's like, right? Skeevy, kind of skeevy. Don't do that. All right. What are we doing on time? Let's double check. Hey, we're going for 2 hours. Let's do another half hour or so. Let's do one more game. Oh, crap. Forgot. Gotta remove that off the list because we ranked it. There we go. One step closer towards King of the Monsters, My Hero Zero. We'll see it. We'll see it. I'm gonna take this off my rundown sheet as well. That here. Let's spin this again, shall we? There we go. No, I hit the back. Oh, God. Shit. I hit the back button by accident on my mouse. God damn it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Burmick really wants to see Shaq Fu, huh? You'll have to wait to see. Alright, here we go. Oh no, that's not... No, no, I'm not accepting this. Nope. Hold on. Nope, we're not. I gotta set up the wheel, right? Spinning config. 30 seconds. Apply. Here we go. Where's it gonna land, folks? Fighter's History, I think. That's where we're landing. Almost King of the Monsters, My Hero Zero. There it is. Fighter's History. The first one. 1994. 1994 indeed. My God. Let's take a look. I'm kind of sad we didn't land on Fighter's History 2. Mitsugushi Kiki Ipatsu, which is the sequel. Gosh, there is going to be a lot to talk about here. Maybe. Let me bring up my fact sheet for this, because Fighter's History, an incredibly infamous video game. Let's load this up, shall we? Denied my kaiju vessel. I'm sorry, My Hero Zero. I'm sorry. There it is. Back here. Licensed by Nintendo. Fighter's History. Ooh. Look at this logo, though, huh? It looks bad right now, but there we go. Made by Data East. 1994. Data East. I kind of wish it had the proper Data East intro, which it didn't. We saw in like Joe and Mac, but we don't get it here, sadly. This music is going for something. Oh, this sounds bad. The way these... It almost sounds like the sample is really bad. Was the sequel... Subtitle of the sequel, Fighter Sister 2, doomed to repeat it? Unfortunately, no, My Hero Zero, but that would have been pretty funny. Check out the setup menu really quick. Yeah, this word art, right? Looking at it, like... Let's keep it on easy. Sure, we'll keep a time limit. Look at these fighters! Okay, we're gonna do that on that, this on this, and that's all good. Alright. So... Here's what I know about Fighter's history. This game is infamous because Capcom sued the pants off of Data East, or tried to sue the pants. Misoguchi! Mastorius! That's just the announcer in this game is wild.
Round 1, fight!
That's a good pause effect.
Fight!
That's cool. Anyways, let's talk about this real quick before we actually start fighting, okay? Fighter's history. Infamous because... I should go to the browser share. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. This game was infamous because Capcom tried to sue Data East for basically copyright infringement because they were saying it's way too... You're copying our Street Fighter 2. You're not allowed to do that. Is that the Trevi Fountain? Why, yes, it is. My heroes are really trying to be, I think. So they tried to sue him, right? Although, Data East was found in favor. They were saying that, yeah, it's like, no, it's just, you know, fair copy. It's a fair copy. It's not, you know, no copyright law was broken here. That's what this game, among others, is why we got as many Street Fighter 2 clones as we did, right? Because Capcom lost that lawsuit that they tried to sue for copyright infringement. No one told you fighting was supposed to be this way. Punch, 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 punch. And kick, 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 right? Possibly even down towards and forward and punch My Hero Zero, right? As a result, this game was ported to the Super Nintendo, followed by a sequel called Karnov's Revenge for the Neo Geo, which actually is like its own series in a way, but there was another sequel, which we didn't get to today, which was that Mizuguchi game, but we'll get around to it. Or actually, no, they're the same thing, right? No, they are not the same. Karnov's Revenge is a different thing, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. Release, blah, 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 blah. No, okay. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, this game, it plays basically exactly like Street Fighter, right? Like a lot of other ones. Here it is. This is a SNES sequel. I'm thinking of Fight History Mizuguchi Kikibatsu. Anyways. This game has some notoriety to it, right? Let's see how close it is, because I definitely chose the character that is, let's say, supposed to be Ryu-like. And this Mastorius character is, let's say, a Zangief-like.
Fight!
Oh, that is absolutely that fountain, My Hero Zero. Alright, so we got punches. We got our, you know, low, medium, high. That was kind of... Look at it! Mastorius also doing a suplex. You know, you can't sue someone for also doing a suplex, right? Goryuken! Do I have a hurricane kick? Oh gosh. Yep. Kind of sounds like you're saying pissed off. It's like kick, piss off! I also have to keep pressing the kick button to do this move, which is interesting. Take a good look at that! I just love it. He's throwing a fireball and he's yelling like, take a good look at that. What? Take a good look at that! Oh, we just got suplexed. That's... Mizoguchi loses.
Round 2, fight!
Fight! Take a good look. Look. Koryuken! Like, that's not a Shoryuken, but a Koryuken. Maybe, right? Hyper! Look. It's this Ryu with no shirt. Maybe. Right? Maybe. Oh gosh. This game is kicking my ass still, but... You know, the sprites obviously don't look as good as Street Fighter, right? Like, they're a little smaller, but it's fine. I'm not complaining too hard about it. This Mizoguchi dude is ripped, though.
Mizoguchi wins!
Wins! I love the announcer in this game.
Fight!
It's so... I don't want to say bad, but like... Look, they gave Zangief a wheel kick. That's fun. You know, it's got cancelable combos. Like, I'm throwing those jabs into a fireball just fine, right? Throws, of course, which are just activated via, you know, a button press and holding forward. Oh gosh. Hyper. How do I do that uppercut? I'm not finding... Okay. It's a half circle. It's not a dragon punch. Shoryuken combo. Oh no. There we go. Hit sounds are not incredible, right? Overall sound effects are not amazing, but it's got this announcer. I just like hearing him saying, Mizoguchi wins! And yeah, it's, look, not Street Fighter 2, right? Like, the two character portraits, one being beat up and one not, right? Here's Ray! Ray! Not Ken, okay? Not a Ken.
Round 1, fight!
Hey! Tornado! So pissed off. Oh gosh. I like how he says DDT when he does a DDT, because again, everyone knows in fighting games, you have to say the name of the move when you do the move, right? It's how fighting games are supposed to work. The move doesn't work unless you say the name of it, right? It's just the law. Fighting game law, even. Oh gosh. Oof. Ooh. I think Ray is actually not even a Ken clone. I think he's more of a Guile clone, technically speaking. I think. Or maybe, no, sorry, not him. I think he is more like a Ken. He's definitely got like Shoto vibes, I guess you could say, if you're speaking under Street Fighter terms. You know, I can do traps just like in Street Fighter, right? I can throw fireballs, force them to jump in, right? My uppercut in this is not as good as like a Shoryuken from Street Fighter, but you know, I have other kinds of moves I can do punishes with. Mizoguchi mirror match. All right. See if he does anything that I'm missing, right?
Round 1, fight!
See, look, it's like that was a legit combo there, right? Oh, gosh, this music. This music sounds just like Ryu's theme. It's not it. It's definitely close. It's like that opening motif is pretty goddamn close and similar, right? I have no idea how Capcom didn't win this, but it was the 90s, I guess. This is wild. So I had this game growing up, but I never played it. So I'm like, why would I play this when I have Street Fighter 2, right? But this game is not without its charms. I'll definitely say that, right? Just exchanging these uppercuts.
Mizoguchi wins!
This game. I'm waiting for it to like pick some of these other characters. Here we go. I think this is the Guile ripoff. Which Matlock. They attempt to capture Guile's theme. Well, wait, no, maybe this isn't the Guile character. Maybe it's not this character, Pantera. Sorry, maybe I'm mistaken. It's just Matlock, you know. Definitely not. I thought it was this guy that does like a sonic boom like. Spinning wave. Got to jump into him, see if he flash kicks. He's not doing a flash kick. They didn't copy that. Or maybe it's not this character. Is this an accurate representation of Britain? I guess we're gonna have to ask Funk later. Mizoguchi wins! This cop back here is... Let's beat that guy up. He's just honking that whistle at us annoyingly. This dude walking that dog back there. No leash! What the hell? Cop, go be useful and go after that dude, right? Get that dog on a leash. Come on. What are we doing here? That was his upper. It definitely was not a flash kick, Pantera, but... Oh! That was definitely some kind of kick. It was more... Look, that looked like it was doing a wheel kick rather than an upper, though, right? Yes, please, Funk, let us know how many hooligans and bobbies you had on a street fight on the way to the bookshop. Thanks, My Hero Zero. I want to say this game, I don't remember if this game had a bonus stage where you beat up a car. Phelan! Absolutely not Chun-Li. Absolutely not. Copyright, copyright, copyright.
Round 1, fight!
Absolutely not the Chun-Li theme either. This Chun-Li's got a fireball, though. Hit an upper. And a downward fireball. Holy cow. That kick looked pretty... That low sweep looked like Chun-Li's sweep, though. Oh, look at that! I forgot. There's also this mechanic in this game. See, it's like her armor is like flashing. I forgot this game has a mechanic. I'm gonna pause. Hold on. That's a good start pause sound. I like that. Data East, getting it done. Look, I remember this game also has a mechanic where it's like if you bust off a piece of armor or like, I think for obviously Fei Lin here, not Chun-Li, copyright, copyright. It's like her like shoulder pad armor can like bust off if you hit specifically that part of the hitbox. Like if you hit it enough times, and then I think the character takes more damage as a result after that. I think for Mizuguchi, it's specifically his headband. So if you hit him in the head enough, it's like his headband will bust off and then will take more damage as a result. And every character has something like that. And it can be like in different spots as well for like a different part of the hitbox. It's not just like one set place or anything like that. It's actually very character specific, weirdly enough. Oh gosh. That's a good looking throw. I like that. God. Chun-Li with a air fireball. Can you imagine? That sounds wild. There we go. You see that like white flash on her armor when I hit it? But it's like, you know, similar to like... There we go. Similar to Street Fighter, normal attacks in this game do quite a bit of damage, right? So like, I rarely ever saw like that person's armor thing bust off, because it has to be a hit too. It can't just be blocked. Your scene is finished, actress. I guess she's an actress. Okay. She's like Bruce Lee type. I remember this guy. Lee! Because, I mean, look, I also have Lee in my name, so. I want to say this guy is like a Fei Long cut archetype. Like it's got a Rekka, right? In the same way that like my tornado kick is a Rekka, or hurricane kick if you prefer. Take a good look at that! Ayya! Look, he's Chinese, I guess. Oh, my headband is flashing.
Round 2, fight!
I don't know what this guy's armor thing is. Maybe it's just straight up Chinese. I don't know what he said. Just shoes. I don't think it's the shoes. It's probably that red sash, but it's like, that's hard to hit, right? Pantera says, I do get why Capcom sued over this, but I also get why they failed. Yeah. It failed terribly. And I'm glad they lost, right? I think this might be the Guile, even though he's French. Gene! Let's see.
Round 1, fight! La Bella Rose! La Bella Rose!
La Bella Rose! I thought you say have a rose. Maybe it's different than the arcade version. Not seeing a flash kick. That is it. If I remember, Gene is also a charge character. So like that have a rose comes out like a Sonic Boom, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, you know, charge back and forward. Also, listen to this music. Oh no! You know, he doesn't have like the double sweep kick like Guile does, but I'm also playing on a slightly, I think I'm playing on easy, so. Ladies dressed like it's early 1800s or something? No, it's just France. What are you talking about, Panthera? Our rose! This is just France! You know, normal French stuff. Just, you know, like, what are you talking about? Oh, wow, he slid under that fireball, even though it was that low. The hitbox sometimes not incredible, but, you know, hey, projectiles cancel each other, you know, they figured that part at least, right?
Mizoguchi wins!
Great. Before you stop, you need to play this character and try inputting a flash. Yeah, I'm gonna try other characters for sure. I'm surprised I'm making it this far. I guess it's not easy. So, not Sagat. Definitely Samche, not Sagat. Come on, folks.
Round 1, fight!
Just, you know, another Thai boxer character. Look at this uppercut. This is a down furious. This is a terrible uppercut. Just me going like this in the air, right? Like, what is this? That's awful. They should have copied Ryu's uppercut for at least this. You know what I mean? This is normal human size and not giant inspirational muscle. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Panthera. All original ideas here. And again, like, not a lot of frames of animation, a lot of this stuff too. Like, this Fierce maybe also only has 3, right? But at least, like, moves cancel, right? I just canceled that Fierce punch into an uppercut because why not? And it worked, right? The impact on it feels okay. There's some knockback, right? It's not overly punishing in a way for, like, the execution either. It's fairly smooth. You know, do I wish, you know, my uppercut wasn't a half circle forward along the same time as doing a forward fireball, right? Like, I wish that was better. Oh no, I lost my headband. Now I'm dizzy. I just got wrecked as a result. I do think you're undercutting the frame counts on these moves if they're at 6. Yes, yeah. Sorry, I guess sorry, Panthera. I did misspeak. It's sorry when I'm saying frames of animation. I would note I'm not talking about the full length of frames that are in the move. I'm talking about how many noticeable movement of, like, sprites. Like, basically how well animated are the sprites from the beginning of the animation to the end? Like, how much are they actually inputting? Obviously, like, there's limitations on that because of the obviously the literal processing power of the Super Nintendo, right? So they have to remove animation frames from it. Yeah, sorry, keyframes of animation. That is what I meant. Sorry, I was misspeaking there. I know what you mean. Oh yes, because what you're talking about is, like, the actual, like, how many frames are there from the beginning after the last input to the end input of the move, or even, like, what is the where is the cutoff of the input frame to do a cancel, right? Yeah, startup active recovery. Thank you. Yeah, you have, I know you're a big fighting game person, so it's like you obviously have the terminology way more down than I do. So I apologize, I misspoke. But yeah, it's like what I was saying was by having more animation keyframes in between, it can sometimes make the move feel better than what it actually is, right? And obviously on faster jabs, you can just, like, spam the crap out. It's very, very low number of keyframes, right? But then also, what are those active frames versus the recovery frames in between, and yada, 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 right? So, sorry, you're right. You're right. It's like, with this game, it feels good, right? Oh, I think I just kicked this headband and then I think I saw it flash. Or maybe no, I think it's his tattoo, actually. Now, I think I remember with Samche here. I think if I hit his snake tattoo on his arm, that's his armor. Oh gosh, it's just, we're gonna get smoked again because Mitsuguchi lost his headband. Come on, hit that tattoo. No, no. We just need one more hurt to win. Come on. Let's get it with the chip. God, I'm reversing out of that. Come on. Oh my god, a double TKO. He's just really bad uppercut. Okay, fine, I'll take that. Great. I think this game feels really good still. I'm not gonna lie. It's not terrible. Compared to like Art of Fighting, this feels so much better. It's obviously much more traditional feeling, like a Street Fighter does, right? But it's like of all the clones that I've ever played, like this feels pretty goddamn all right. I've played so much worse, right? Take a good look at that! I'm piss off! Oh gosh. Sorry, Ryuko. I like it has a thing where, you know, they run to the background object and it kind of blows up. If I'm not mistaken, she's like a judo character. She does like a lot of throws. Kind of like a Makoto would in a Street Fighter game. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, her headband. She's almost dead. Blah! You know, I wish the sprites were a little bit bigger. Right? I can't remember how close the arcade... I never played Fighter's History in the arcade, but I'm curious to know what it looks like. I'm not going to do it today, though. Clown! Here's the character I remember being on all the marketing material. This freaking clown. I remember seeing game magazines with this clown's face on it, but it looks like this in the game. Like, what the hell? Oh shit, Balatro. Look at this clown! And also, why is the clown a boss character? Oh gosh, he's clowning the shit out of us. Pick a card! God, please just go down. There we go. Look at this level. Like, what is happening? Yes, look, I know. Like, I don't know where did we end up in this fighting tournament? There's like a seal back there with a ball, and it's like a person spinning on top of it. I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's what the input on this uppercut is. So this uppercut, I thought it was a half circle. It's not a half circle forward. It's back, down, and then punch. Not incredible, but hey, you know, it works. Just had a Blanca ball? Oh, we knocked off his hat. The clown lost his hat. This is inside a clown car. Yeah, look at this clown face! This is horrendous! At least I know what my YouTube thumbnail is going to be, but this is horrendous! Oh, there's our boy. Here comes the boy. It's Karnov. There he is. Oh, he's so tiny, though! Look how tiny Karnov is! He's fast, though. We don't knock off his hat. Take a good look at that! Fire! Knocked off his hat. Look how much damage he's taking. We hit him like 3 times and it took off his entire life bar. Just incredible. Ooh! Oh, it's a little snake. Mizo! This game's alright. Fire! I'm even surprised how much I'm enjoying my time with this game. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, knock off that hat. Nope, maybe we don't need to, but... Get the fireball traps, right? Gosh. Yeah! Oh, I busted off his hat with the finish, too! right?
Mizoguchi.
What's going on in the background there? Looks so grim. I think Karnov is the boss. Yeah. Thank you for playing Fighter's History. You are getting better. Yeah. It's been a while, but sure. Thanks, video game. You know, I don't know if it's like if there's actual endings in this game. Maybe they took them out of the Super Nintendo version. Maybe you have to beat it on hard. You know, I was playing on the default easy difficulty. Game end. No credits. You know, no FMV kind of like weird things. Let's take a look, shall we? I gotta play as... Alright, who do you want to see? Who do you want to see here?
Ryoko.
Ryoko! There's Matlock? The French guy? Or not Goku Ken? Probably the French guy, right? Yeah, the Frenchie, yeah.
Jean.
Jean! He decided that right way. That's not Jean, right?
Round 1.
God, he's ripped.
La Battle Rose.
Tabaros!
La Battle Rose.
That's a Sonic Boom input.
Rose.
Let me see if I can find you a flash.
La Battle Rose. La Battle Rose.
Not charged down and up. Not doing it, Panthera. That's just me. Oh, Jesus. See if I can get... I ain't got a slide kick. That's just down forward in roundhouse. Jesus, Ryoko. What air throw? Oh my God. Is Ryoko OP? Because holy Jesus.
Loses.
Jesus.
Round
Yeah, I'm going to try a Dragon Punch. Trying it with a kick. Nothing's coming out. Oh my God, these air throws. Okay, I have a 1,000 hand slap. Can move with the slap. That's interesting, right? Always. Jesus. Ryoko was not doing this when I was playing as Mizoguchi. Have a kick one as well. Backward. Backward Dragon Punch. Not finding any other moves. I'm gonna get him. I'm getting a move guide for Fighter's History. Hold on.
Jean.
Hold on. Hold on, Panther. Hold on.
Round 3. Fight.
SNES move list. There we go. Gene. In this guide, it says Balrose is the name of that. Let's rewind. Let's get some life back, right?
La Battle Rose.
Rose. I have a needle shower, which is, yeah, so I only have 2 special moves, which is not great. But I do have a Frankenstein. I have an input throw, which is interesting. It's just back, forward. Oh no, sorry, that's just my normal throw. Okay, I do have an air throw as well. That's interesting. Not a lot of bounce. I mean, like, let's put it this way. It's like, how many games have a fighting game character where a character has only a punch input, Sonic Boom charge projectile, and then 100 hand slap? Like, even E Honda has, like, you know, no... Like, E Honda has basically the same inputs here from Street Fighter 2, when you think about it. But, like, doesn't have a fireball, right? Let's pick a different character. Let's reset. I should use it. Can I? Oh, I shouldn't use it 2-player, no, because I don't have a second controller like that, so... Let's take a look at a special move. Spitting Wave. Road Hurricane. Okay, yeah, no, it was Matlock. It was Matlock. This is, I think, the Guile, like, even though that last... this guy, Jean, has... Spinning Wave! So this is also done with a Sonic Boom input. as that hurricane. There's your flash kick, sort of, kind of. It's more like a rising upper or rising tackle, right? But it is done with a kick. It's like down charge and up. Is yeah, there you go. It will block a kick. I don't know how much lateral. Yeah, it's got some. Okay, and I also have a wheel kick, which is a charge back and forward kick. So there you go. Here's your Guile like.
Ow, come on!
Ow, come on! I mean, sure, why not, Matlock? Also, he's got command moves too. It seems. Dancing head press, so like down and medium kick. That's fun. It's got like a downward stomp. Oh gosh. It's got a downward stomp like Chun-Li does, except you can't multi-hit it, it seems. That's a weird, fierce kick, if you ask me, but... Oh god. You know, I'm not missing a whole ton of inputs. You know, so it's like... fairly generous. I'm not saying all these special moves are good, obviously, but... as advertised... as advertised, right? I'm curious about Ryuko after seeing her absolutely smash the shit out of me for that one match. Let's look at Ryoko really quick. Maybe I'll look at Ray as well. Then we'll call it Ryoko! Grappler versus grappler. Oh no. Ryoko has no command inputs for just normal moves. Alright, she's got this roll. Or Zenten Ukemi, according to this guide. Command input. Whoa! That's a half circle and a medium punch. Wait, hold on. So I'm looking at this guide here. It says Sho Yama Arashi, which was that spinning throw that I just did. You have to do it close. There's another one here that says Shinku Ippon Seoi, which is sweep distance out and do the same input. And then if I do that in the air, I will do the air throw version of it. That's wild. Let's see what this actually does. Oh gosh. Back? It is back, it seems. Okay. I'm curious what this... It's like having this same input, but having to do it from 3 different scenarios is kind of interesting. What counts as sweep distance in this game, though, right? Like, oh my god! Panthera, did you just see that? Did you just see the distance of which I just did that throw? That was the move. I basically... That looks like, you know how in like Street Fighter 2 when you get like wild throw steals? Like when you're at like huge distance away and like Zangief would get you in like a spinning pile driver? Oh my god. Let me see if I can do it again. Hold on. That! Do it again, but like I just covered like at least 2 characters worth of like distance in like a flash instant from a input grab. That's literally insane. That's like they're weaponizing the Street Fighter 2 being able to do that, but like not as a glitch?
Round 1, fight!
This little girl having that's wild. That is extremely wild. So cheap. Oh my god. I'm just trying to do it over and over again. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, also, we can do an air version of that? That's so... Also, that hitbox on that chop she does, and that's just me throwing a medium punch. That is also very broken. Ask me.
Round 2, fight!
It's funny because I know people are like not say super into fighting games will probably look at me and be like, what are you freaking out about? Like, that should be illegal, right? Oh gosh. I just tried doing a double tap forward as if there was a dash in this game. There is not. That's... that shouldn't be allowed. I've seen enough of this game. I've seen enough. I feel like I just committed a crime in a video game, you know? Being able to do that on demand. Like when that happens in Street Fighter, I get like... in Street Fighter 2 when... what they call stealing a throw, right? It's like you're pulling off a throw when your characters are not even close to each other, sometimes quite far away from each other, depending on who you pick, right? I've seen throws get stolen using like Zangief, or Zangief, if you prefer me to say it that way. I've seen E Honda steal throws really easy. I've also seen Blanca steal throws really easily. I've seen Sagat steal throws. Gosh. It's like, to do a throw in Street Fighter 2, you're supposed to be like, or even this game, supposedly, you know? You're supposed to be like right up making contact with the character to do the throw, right? Like, and whoever does that first and hits forward in a punch or whatever the, you know, button is, it's like, you do a throw, right? Ideally, as a defense against someone who's trying to block, because if they're holding back, right? And I do that on them, that's the punish. But like, when you can do that without even being up close enough to a character to do that, like, sometimes that happens in Street Fighter 2 because people have funny hitboxes at sometimes, right? And as a result, that's why sometimes you call it stealing a throw, because it's like, hey, you haven't even like walked in on the opposing character, but you were able to do a throw when you absolutely shouldn't have been able to. Which is why in this game, just literally making that a special move is insane. Because there's no way to defend a throw, right? You can't block a throw unless, you know, more modern fighting games came out where you like, if someone was doing a throw action on you, if you can do it like within a certain amount of frames, press, you know, I think it's like two of the same punch and kick strength at the same time, you do what's called teching a throw, right? So you can like evade a throw that way, or your character will just like flip out of it on, you know, because you're able to time it correctly, right? And sometimes it does damage, sometimes it does like less damage or something like that as a result. Sometimes no damage, depending what game you're playing. The fact that this game does not have a way to tech out of throws, yet still have a character that lets you do that on purpose, has no defense whatsoever other than don't get in that range. That's ridiculous. That's truly ridiculous. Anyways, I'm done freaking out about that for now, I swear. I'm definitely going to freak out about more of that later. I have to look at Fighter's History 2 eventually now. Like, this game has put it on a map for me. This short session. Where does Fighter's History go on our list? Let me pull up my rundown sheet so I can copy and paste the name and stuff, but... Jesus. Where is it? Fighter's History, 1994. This game is definitely better than Art of Fighting 2. game is better than Stone Protectors. I'm sorry, Ganj. It is. This game is better than Taekwondo. Oh, we're getting ridiculous now, I think. This game is not better than Street Fighter Alpha 2. I'm not losing my mind at that. This game is also not better than Killer Instinct. I will apply some level of sanity here. This game is not even better than Yoshi's Cookie or SimCity. And no, Fighter's History is not better than Ken Griffey Jr.'s Baseball or Prince of Persia. It is better than Taekwondo, though. Actually, is it better than Umihara Kawase? It's too wild. It's not every character makes sense. Mizuguchi plays fine, but it's got quirks in it that does not make this a very refined video game or refined fighting game, right? Like, it's stealing a lot, obviously, from Street Fighter 2. But the fact that Mizuguchi's like uppercut is like back down in a punch, right? Like, they could have just made it like a Hadouken with a kick and still make it work or something if they just didn't do dragon punch inputs or something, right? Or make it even a charge. They could have done other things, but no, they definitely have quirks, right? Even like that Jean character having where is it? Where is it? Having a projectile be a charge, but then his other move is like a, rapidly press punch to have like a, hunter hand slap. That doesn't make sense, right? Again, this era of fighting games, obviously they had not figured out a lot of things and how to balance out a character. Hell, you know that Fei Lin, not Chun-Li character, having an air fireball and a ground one too, like, and then an upper, like, that's wild. It's not a balancing, right? This game did not fully understand quite yet how to do. But it does quite a few things surprisingly right. And is it fun? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Surprisingly so. I think it actually... No, not. But is it better than Prince of Persia? It's here. It's here somewhere. For sure. I think this is better than that Marvelous RPG. As interesting as I think that game is, that action RPG we played a couple weeks ago. It's not better than Yoshi's Cookie. But is it better than Ken Griffey Jr.'s Baseball? Jeez. No. It's not. It's not. It's hilarious. I could hear that announcer say, Mizuguchi wins all day. But like, no. Right? That's a good baseball game. And it's not better than Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia is This is an incredible version of Prince of Persia. So, Fire Zero just like keeping track of points for themselves. Like, yeah, it's better than the game I requested. Or it's not. It's worse than the game I requested. My taste is being validated. Thanks, my Hero Zero. I love it. I think it was the right place for Fighters History. Shadows of Fire's History, 1994. The infamous game that got sued by Capcom for copyright infringement, made by Data East, of all people. What a weird thing. There's 4 of these games, actually, funnily enough, right? So it's like, I know that there's obviously this one, Karnov's Revenge, which is a little bit different. I think mostly was known as an arcade game. Let me look at this again. Releases. So on the Neo Geo for the home console, the AES, if you prefer. Neo Geo CD, Sega Saturn, and the Zeebo. What the hell is a Zeebo? A Zeebo is a discontinued home entertainment and education system from Zeebo Inc. What year was this? Holy Jesus. 2009 in Brazil and Mexico, and discontinued in 2011. It enabled... I should show the class, shouldn't I? 1 second. The Zeebo system. What the frig? Enabled users to play video games and also connect to the internet using its 3G modem, communicate online, and run educational applications. Educational applications like Karnov's Revenge, apparently, according to this. Zeebo was targeted at developing markets such as Brazil and Mexico. Brazil also notably having an incredibly awful internet infrastructure, right? That is like literally homespun, right? Go watch that Drew Scanlon video when Drew went to Brazil sometime. I'm not going to go do it now. We don't have enough time. Gotta end this stream. But like, maybe I'll look at that next time if I could remember. But like, holy crap. That explains why this runs over 3G through phone networks, right? Good lord. Anyways. Yeah, this is the Super Nintendo only Fighters History. Mizuguchi Kiki Ipatsu. There's our boy. Take a good look at that, he says as he throws you this Super Nintendo or this Super Famicom cartridge. And then this one has no page, but Fighters History Dynamite is a name I've heard before, but I don't know what this is. I don't know. I'm not going to look further in this. I can't afford to get lost in this. Not right now. Congratulations, Fighter History. Number 56. I think I need to play more Fighters History. I need to know if that game has endings. I need to know what the sequel is like. I need to remember. I've never played that Famicom only release of Mizuguchi, for Mizuguchi, you know? Very curious. Very curious. Thank you all for being here today. This is a lot of fun. Today was a good day to pivot a lot of this stuff, you know? Myers are, we will play King of Fighters, or King of Monsters. I apologize. Someday. We'll get there. We'll get there. Will it be via the wheel or not? Who could say? Who could say? And yes, Burnmick. We'll play some Shaq Fu. We'll play some Shaq Fu, one way or another. It's like those games have like themes that I can glom onto for episodes, right? Like King of the Monsters, obviously kaiju related, right? When I choose to do something else kaiju related, it could have a tie, right? King of Monster 2 is definitely a good one. Okay. I didn't play a lot of King of Monsters. I'm very curious. I've never played those games. I see them in arcades, but I never played them because I was like, why would I play this when I can play Samurai Showdown instead, basically? It's a brawler more than a fighter. Yeah. I know. It's like I've definitely seen lots of it. I see people play it. I know it, generally speaking, how it works and stuff like that. It's a lot like Saturday Night Slam Masters in a weird way. You don't have to pin the other monsters like in a wrestling game, but I know it's generally how that works. And same with Shaq Fu, right? Like Shaq Fu is a bad video game. I play other bad video games. It has a good chance of showing up in other themes. Or maybe I just need to find more video games with Shaq in it. I don't know. No, that's not it. Good lord, no. Anyways, let's get out of here. Let's do the promo. Thank you all so much for joining me today, of course. This episode will be archived over here at youtube.com/@RJLee. Chaos in the Windy City. You are thinking exactly the game I was thinking of, My Hero Zero. We will get there. Go to YouTube if you wish to see this archive. If you're watching this on the VOD, hello VOD. How's it going? Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to join us over here as we do it live, though, come on over to twitch.tv/RJLee. That's where the show happens. Just as much as you're on YouTube, you're doing the like, comment, and subscribing. Thank you very much for doing that, first and foremost. But secondary to that, of course, that's all free to do. So why don't you come on over to Twitch and give me a follow? It's also free, and you'll get a handy little notification, either through your web browser, your phone, or whatever have you, or whenever the show goes live. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't also say, if you wish to support this show and support me, first off, thank you so much for everyone that has obviously done so far. Pass me a sub or give me your Twitch or your Amazon Prime, which comes with a Prime subscription for anyone on Twitch. I would gladly take that. Or of course, wish to just skip all that nonsense, I gladly will take a tip or donation as well, which you can find in a link below in my Twitch About panels. Link down below with Kiryu's face down there saying, click here to tip or donate. I should really throw those links into my YouTube videos. I don't know why I don't do it. Actually, no, I do know why I don't do that. It's because I can't take live requests through YouTube. VODs, of course, right? Or it just makes it more awkward. Like I would, of course. But try and track that person down and stuff like that for taking a request live, which is kind of like what I like to do, right? So I encourage that over here on Twitch more than anything. But I'll still take, obviously a fine tip if someone just wants to give because they're very kind. But of course, what I'm alluding to is if you wish to suggest a Super Nintendo game for me to play, you can always suggest a game to me, much like My Hero Zero really wants to see King of Monsters 2 or Burnmick really wanting to see Shaq Fu of all things. Shaq Fu. I had that game growing up. It's not good. I'll always take those into consideration and shelve them for when is the appropriate time to play it. But if you wish to say, I need you to play this right now, of course you can do so with a $20 tip or 8 gift subs or 2,000 bits over here on Twitch. Of course, the tip is the most direct way to support me, so I thank everyone for choosing that option. Of course, if you wish to see the rest of the list, you can go on over to tinyurl.com/SNES ranking. That's where you'll find the full list of Super Nintendo games we played. Every single one of them. 137 now. Good lord. Good lord. Of course, that'll take you to my personal website where every game will be listed there, along with a handy YouTube link that goes to the YouTube archive and the exact time code of which I play that game. I think that's it. Of course, tomorrow is going to be more streaming. Tomorrow is going to be Armored Core Day. Of course, Wanzer Wednesdays. That word has such horrible mouthfeel to say. As much as I love the Front Mission series, it's going to be I Heart Mecha as we continue on our journey trying to finish Armored Core 6, which we obviously finished our first playthrough of, and we're probably about halfway through the second playthrough-ish. Pretty close. Still trying to figure out the new stuff in there. We're rushing through a pretty good clip because I think I have a half-decent grip on that game, obviously. Just trying to see what else it has to offer. And obviously. And eventually we'll get to that third playthrough too. So stay tuned for that. I would be remiss if I also need to mention that my streaming schedule will be changing starting next Monday. So next Monday, I will not be streaming first and foremost because I'll be out all day for that. Maybe we'll have a nighttime stream. Maybe. I don't know. But stay tuned as I get closer for that. Maybe. It kind of depends what time I get home from all that riffraff. But the reason why, my streaming schedule is changing because I have to take another job because, Twitch doesn't make enough money to pay rent and stuff, obviously, and for food and all that fun stuff, obviously. So starting a new job next Monday, and that also means that I obviously can't be streaming in the middle of the day anymore, right? So most of my streams will, generally speaking, be moved to sometime between 5 or 6 p.m. for start times. I have yet to fully iron that out. I'm going to tentatively say, I'm going to be shooting for like 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30 start times, generally speaking, maybe even 7 p.m. Kind of depends. I have to try to find the rhythm of that new work, which, it's a temporary contract. It's only for 2 months, but, it'll at least get me going until December at the very least, right? To get some Christmas money for myself or something, right? All right. That out of the way, I will obviously be mentioning more about that as we get closer to it, just so until I kind of, again, find a rhythm of that. So that might be a little bit spotty. So stay tuned for that. I'll make sure I try to change my streaming schedule, calendar and stuff accordingly. Because we didn't play Rocksmith today, I'll be moving that to this weekend or possibly Friday. We'll see. Switching things up a lot this week because, again, my finger is still feeling it from last week. But we'll get it. We'll get it done. All right, y'all. As always, thank you so much. Obviously, thank you for all the subscribers again and anyone who's ever donated. You're all the best. Again, help me out during these times. Also, I will... as always, cut to the end card, and then we'll find someone to raid if possible. See who else is up, right? Thanks again. I will talk to you tomorrow. Some more mech action. My heroes, we'll play some front mission eventually. I promise you. I promise. Stay tuned this Thursday, My Hero Zero. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm going to say. All right, y'all. Thanks again. See you later. Thank you so much again.